and that's it for the under eye areas. आपको खुद अपने आप पे you'll have to try out a few things, a few tricks, a few techniques on what works for you. Hi again everyone, welcome back. In my previous video, I talked about all the concealers and the technique on how to use a concealer to hide your under eye circles and all. I have nothing on my face except for a moisturizer and an under eye cream, which I talked about. This is one of my favorite eye creams to use. Today I'll tell you how to use the concealers, how to layer them down, how to set them and everything. I will apply them on myself. I'll do one eye, baki I'll do off camera. Just to give you an idea, I'll show you the techniques on how to use it exactly, step by step. So number one is eye cream. Already I've prepped my eye क्योंकि 1-2 मिनट के लिए सेट करना पड़ता है your under eye area. Otherwise your concealer will crease. तो इसको थोड़ा सा skin में set करने दो. Your next step is your favorite full coverage concealer. I've been loving this Makeup Revolution concealer. My shade is C10. I have a damp beauty sponge. ये Real Techniques वाला है. Just rinse it under water and squeeze out all the extra water. This is nice and soft. So I prefer using a sponge. It's because ये extra product soak कर लेता है and it gives you a nice and flawless finish. Brush use करने से क्या problem होता है? That it gives you strokes and lines. तो वो बड़ा awkward लगता है. And besides, your concealer and makeup doesn't sit properly with the brush as opposed to using a beauty blender. Always make sure to cover the top of the lids also because that is also very discolored. थोड़ा dark color होता है. It's discolored. So once I'm going to pick up my other favorite concealer. This is by Maybelline Fit Me Concealer and I am the shade 25 medium. Also, other rule is जब भी आप concealer buy करते हो, make sure you don't buy a very light shade. आपका concealer should be one shade darker than your normal skin tone. जो भी आप foundation का shade लेते हो, buy it one shade darker because you want to hide the dark circles. अगर आप light shade use करोगे on your dark circles, it will highlight the face even more. तो लगेगा कि सही में कुछ लगाया हुआ है. You need to hide your dark circles first, like I did right here. I'm going to layer up another concealer because I want to really have an even skin tone that matches with my cheeks or my neck or my forehead. So ये हुआ second layer. Blend it out evenly. Inner corners, bring it down to your cheek area because you want to blend the color with your cheek area. That's the main reason to have one shade darker to your skin tone because you want your entire face, your base to be flawless and even color. Otherwise, दो अलग-अलग colors होंगे, that will not look right. When you want to brighten the under eye area, you have to use a powder, a brightening powder to brighten your under eye area. So I'll show you that in a minute. So once you're done with that, I will use an extra concealer today. I'm sorry, just because I haven't been getting enough sleep and I have really bad under eye circles. Also, I have an indent eye area. I have hooded eyes. So I'm not going to use this concealer everywhere on my entire eye area. By the way, this is an Instant Age Rewind by Maybelline. Amazing, amazing concealer. I am in the shade medium. Again, इसमें भी काफ़ी सारे color varieties आती हैं. Go check it out, please. I will only use it where I need it the most. Where is the indent I have because I have hooded eyes. So once you've set your, once you've applied the concealer and you're happy with the way your skin is looking and if your under eye circles are hidden, you can go ahead and then set it with the powder. I am going to use a Studio Mac Fix. My shade is NC25. And for this you would need a brush. वैसे आप beauty blender भी use कर सकते हो, but I have a hard time setting with the beauty blender. I prefer using a brush because you can set it easily and evenly with the brush as opposed to a beauty blender. So you take the powder, tap off the axis, open, look down and set your eyes. Every time you set your under eye with a powder or any setting powder, even if it's a compact or a translucent powder, look down, open up your mouth a little bit. तो ये जो आपके fine lines होते हैं ना, that also stretches up a little bit. So उससे आप अपना powder even उसमें भी set कर सकते हो. So just so you don't get fine lines and wrinkles by the end of the day. कई लोग कहते हैं I have a patchy under eye या cakey under eye हो गया या fine lines दिखने शुरू हो गए. So that's one of the tips. Look down, open up your mouth a little bit, तो आपके ये under जो fine lines and wrinkles are, that stretches like this. Do the top of the lid also, and just to make sure that your under eye area doesn't crease all day and it stays in place, I prefer using a translucent powder on top of the MAC Studio Fix Plus, the Studio Fix Compact. This is by Laura Mercier. This is a fabulous translucent powder for your under eye areas or for your entire face. I use the shade Translucent. So what I would do is I would open it up, pick some into the lid, tap off the axis, and then again the same way I would set it. And the one final last step, ये optional है, this is optional, you don't have to do this, but I prefer doing it just because most of the time with a 3-year-old मेरे को time नहीं मिलता to redo my makeup or to do a touch up or to do anything of that types. So I prefer using a setting spray. A lot of companies make them nowadays. I prefer using the MAC Fix Plus, but apparently I'm out of it. Khatam ho gaya and I haven't had the time to go out and buy it. I got my hands on this Makeup Revolution ka setting spray. This is called Makeup Revolution Pro Fix Illuminating Fixing Spray. This is also good. इससे क्या होता है? It sets your makeup in place. आपने जैसा किया है, however you've done it, it'll stay the same. It'll not move. It'll not budge. So shake it well, like it says on it, and spray on it. And spray on your face. And air it down so it dries up really quickly. Or you can even use a fan or a book or a cardboard, whatever, but I didn't bring anything with me here to do that with, so I'll just use my hands to dry it up. Once it's dry, it will stay in place. Your makeup will not move. इससे क्या होता है, अगर आपने एक्स्ट्रा पाउडर भी लगा लिया है on the face, sometimes you get a cakey face या ज़्यादा पाउडर लग गया और you've been heavy handed, this will melt it down. Any setting spray will help melt the extra powder down, and it will make your face look flawless and even. And that is it. So I'll come back with my other eye done. I'll finish the rest of my face and I'll be right back. Okay. Hi again. Welcome back. As you can see, I have finished the rest of my face. I haven't done anything much except for the concealer. जैसे मैंने आपको tips दिखाए and how I apply it, how I do it on myself. Also, I did tell you in my last video to use a highlighter in your inner corner. यहाँ पे I have applied that a little bit also because obviously I want my eyes to be a little bit more bright and to to pop out a little bit more. And that's it for the under eye areas. आपको खुद अपने आप पे you'll have to try out a few things, a few tricks, a few techniques on what works for you. Try it out, play around with it. थोड़ा idea हो जाता है. I've also done that over the years to फाइनली अब मेरे को जाके पता चला है what concealer works for me or how many layers of concealers do I need to apply before I set my under eye areas. So play around, figure it out, and you'll be very happy with the way it looks. Also, before I end, like I mentioned, I will give you a little tip or a trick for men's grooming also. पिछली वीडियो पे किसी ने कमेंट किया था कि men के स्किन के लिए भी कुछ बताइए. So the number one tip I also tell my husband, who is behind the camera by the way, is to never wash your face with a soap. कभी भी face साबुन से नहीं धोना चाहिए. It's very harsh. It's not gentle on your skin. Pores open हो जाते हैं. Your skin gets very dry and dull. Men's face wash is also easily available in the market. I recommend the same thing to my husband and to all the men out there. Please साबुन से face मत धोइए. Get a good face wash for yourself. Garnier का है, Neutrogena है. Lots of brands out there. Go and have a look. Don't be shy. Just don't use soap on your face. It's just not good for your skin. अभी आपको पता नहीं चलेगा, but long term में आपको मालूम चलेगा कि क्यों साबुन is not good for your skin. So that is the tip for the men's for this video, and I'll see you again in my next one. Thanks. Bye.